So today I'm here with my brother. He's at one of his competitors' places, and he's got a processor and he has wood. So we're going to talk about how he knows Kenny and what he does with it. So here we go. His dad works for him. He's 80 some years old. He's kind of the bundler guy. So this is new here from what hasn't been here before. I see the tag is still on the pull rope. So this is brand new. I'm thinking his dad, I call him the old man, but he's re-splitting, I think, and doing his bundling out here. Right. So, and I see he started out doing a twine. He says, that sucks. Says, yeah, I went through that. So now I see he's got the shrink wrap. So he's moving up the line, processing. So I'm thinking what he's doing, he's just re-splitting his small stuff down smaller so he can bundle it. So he's got a brute force processor here. And I've never actually seen it run. Because whenever I stop to visit, he's not hardly ever here. But here's your control panel. I see it ran the other day, and he's got some rust on his chain, so he hasn't ran it for a few days. But he has other work he does. He does dirt work. He's got a backhoe at a bulldozer or a dump truck, and he does landscaping. So he does a lot of different things. This is just kind of a sideline. So, and he was a full-time logger on top of that, and he got rid of his processor out in the woods. And he said the way he started was he had like 300 cords of hardwood out in the woods. He couldn't sell it. So he sold all his woods equipment because the logging industry kind of around here took a crap because the big mill went down and the small mill up the road here went down. And so he got rid of his woods equipment. He bought a processor, and he's just trying to make a living like everybody else. Okay, so the brute force is made in Dorchester, Wisconsin. That's not that far from here, maybe a little over an hour south of here. Like I said, I haven't seen it run, so I don't really know. I'd like to come here someday when he's running it. This is only 5 miles from my house, so I don't know. I'd like to see it run someday. It only handles an 18-inch stick, I think. And so he bought a bunch of colorwood from the local paper mill up here. That's what this stuff is behind Chris over here. You can see this stuff went through the peeler. It's already debarked. And normally if it's kicked out, rejected, it's because it's too crooked. This one isn't. It may have metal in it, or it just got kicked out with a different crooked stick. So this is what he's cutting up. But some of this stuff in here, I'm going to end up with, like this one here. This is too big for his processor. That one's too big for his processor, this one. So he's got a pile over here that he's selling me for dirt cheap. Of course, I'm going to buy it because it's dirt cheap. So we're making deals here. But he says I can cut the wood up here. I don't have to haul it out. You know, this stuff here, I don't know what he's going to do with it. This is some pretty nasties for a processor. He might clean these up with a saw and then process them, I'm guessing is what he's going to do. So, and he's got good wood over here too. Do you think this is tamarack?
Yeah, it looks like tamarack. Actually, it looks like spruce. It's so sun faded, it's hard to tell. It looks like spruce, but it could be tamarack. But I think it's spruce, really. He could have sold that. Wow, that's tamarack right there. So maybe it's mixed. When it gets this old and sun faded, it gets hard to tell until you cut a fresh cookie off of it.
I get asked that all the time from guys.
I would guess, yeah, there's tamarack down here I can see for sure.
I got a guy asked me just the other day on the channel, which is a good question to ask you too. Guy asked me, can you tell what kind of wood is without the bark on it when it's dry? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Most of the time, but what you gotta do is you gotta split it sometimes. You gotta smell it.
Yes, you gotta smell it. Yep. I mean, when it gets this old and sun faded, it's like, I don't know. It could be this, or sometimes or this. Yeah. But you can usually narrow it down to one or two species.
Or several kinds. It could be white pine, or it could be jack pine or red pine sometimes.
Yeah, if there's no bark on it, until you cut it and split it, you don't really know.
Right. We're gonna go over here and check out some big stuff.
So here's some really nice processor wood. This is like, must have been dead standing oak when they cut it and they separated it out. That processor he's got over there is gonna love this wood. This is like candy right here. This is candy wood for anybody, but the processors really go through this like crazy. I see he's got a load here and a big load up there. I mean, there's a little bit of junk in here, like this piece here is crap.
You get some, yeah.
You got, that's all red rot, but
yeah, well, when you buy barkless oak, standing dead trees,
you're gonna get that.
You're gonna get some, but it is nice stuff to cut. Nice and it dries faster. It's partially dry already.
Yep, he's got another load here. This is premium wood here.
Yeah, this is even better.
And it's, you know, it's partially dry already. You know, some of this stuff might be 70, 80% dry already.
You get a little piece like this, it could be totally.
Yeah, you could cut that, split it, and sell it tomorrow.
Yep. I find that in a lot of the loads that I buy, you probably do too, if you buy in any kind of barkless oak.
Yeah.
I usually get, if I buy a load of say 12 or 14 cords, I'll get 2 full cords. When I split it, it's dry.
Yeah,
So I separate it out and sell it right away.
So here's the gravy right here.
Yeah, this is the good stuff.
So I stopped in to visit my buddy here. He says, come over here, I got something to show you. He says, what do you think of this? I said, yeah, it's some ugly shit. Excuse my language, but he says, yeah, the processor can't handle it. He says, I'm sick of getting stuff stuck in there. He says, you want to buy this from me? I said, not really, because I'm overstocked right now. I got like 6, 7 loads in front of me now. I don't really need it. He says, I'll tell you what, $45 a cord. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll buy it. And I'm only 5 miles from home, from where I'm at. And I told him, I said, what if I cut it up here? He says, no problem. So I'll just bring my splitter here and I'll cut it here, and I won't have to pay a trucker to haul it, you know, because that's cost me a couple $100 just to get it moved. And I can leave all the mess here. So
what's in there? What do you got in there?
Well, this is hard maple, white birch. There's a lot of white birch because that's what the local mill up here used to use.
Yeah, there's yellow birch.
There's some yellow birch. It's mostly yellow birch, white birch, hard maple, soft maple. That's pretty much all it is.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff with big rotten centers in it. You know, you got some loss there, but for the price, and this isn't as big as the stuff I used to get. The stuff I used to get, this would be like the smallest stick right here. This is
still manageable.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not worried. I got the tractor. I got the splitter. Just pick away at it. So, yeah, for $45 a full cord, why not?
The fact that you can cut it right here is really nice.
Yes, yes.
And then it's close. You can probably split it, load it up, and just go home and stack it, right?
Yep,
So you need a dump trailer because you can tilt your dump trailer.
I know.
And then take it right off and stack it.
A dump trailer is high on my priority list, but it's just like Chris getting a processor someday. Someday.
And the tractor.
Someday. Yeah. Well, you got the tractor now.
You can't get everything all at once.
Nope.
That's the other thing I get. Guys are like, oh, you need to buy this, you need to buy that. Well, yeah.
No, the dump trailer is in my sights. It's just...
That's probably one of the best things I ever bought was the dump trailer.
It's coming. It'll be the very next thing I buy for my wood business. It's just... It's coming. $5 a bundle, it looks like.
He's got kindling.
Well, this is cedar, and this is his hardwood, the stuff he's been splitting down.
Yeah, nice bundle.
Yeah. Well, different than the gas station. It's a couple dollars less. You know, gas station charges like $6, $7 with tax on this, so $5.
Still mix of stuff.
Problem I see he has is he's got a little tiny sign out there, and everybody's going by at 60 miles an hour, so. So yeah, work with your competitors. I mean, you know, I've known this guy for 30 some years.
Yeah.
He just started doing the firewood a couple years ago. I mean, he was doing it his whole life, but not with a processor.
Right, volume.
So, you know,
he's got a nice setup.
He's got
blacktop.
He's got blacktop here. Nice. He's got a beautiful shop here. He's got all kinds of equipment here. He's been around the block, so
yeah,
he'll figure it out.
Competitors, what's nice about it is that when you need wood, sometimes if you're going to be out of wood, you got orders to fill. Somebody wants a specific kind or a certain amount and you don't have it, or if he's got that problem, you can help each other out. It's good for everybody. And like in your case, he's got stuff that he can't use.
I'm buying his junk.
Right, and that's good. Or
I get everybody's junk. I'm the garbage dump of the wood around here. Everybody calls me when they got junk, so that's all right.
There's a possibility you come across a job that's going to be beautiful for him, and you can say, hey, this is some stuff you might want to look at.
Right.
So that's good for everybody. So anyway, that's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. Please hit the buttons. You know what to do. Hit the like, the subscribe, the share, all that good stuff. Tomorrow I'll be back in the wood yard.
You should come back. It'll be fun. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting.
Good night, Irene.